welcome back, guys. So this is going to be another crazy training that I need to put out for you guys because majority of you guys don't even understand the game that you're hopping into when you're like, okay, I want to make online money. I want to generate generational wealth. I want to build a cash flow business model, and I'm gonna search in YouTube and I'm gonna look up how to make money online, right? And then most of the stuff on the internet, it's just fluff. So today's presentation is going to be about how money is made in today's market, okay, up to date, why online businesses are setting you up for failure, and how I innovated around these models that you guys have tried, which led me to building a $4.1 million client portfolio, aka results. So this presentation is by yours truly, all right, founder of Innovate and the Concierge, both two of my companies, okay, so that I started with, Audie, my business partner, and let's get straight into it. So I always start off all my presentations, results, okay, because majority of these people on the internet, they just can't provide results. So this is my first company, the Concierge. This is our dashboard basically of cash collected our first, let me see, 1, 2, 3, like 6 months. So this is revenue for the first 6 months. And this was cash collected for 6 months. Okay. 48,000, basically $500,000. All right. And then I tried to lump in results into one really big page, but I couldn't fit it all. So I had to make a flow chart about it. But basically this is around 200 plus results that just exactly like this, me showing you guys that I do exactly what I'm saying. $2,000 day, $20K month, $2,000 day, $15K month, right? One of our clients do Shopify to collect payments, all right? And I don't know if you can see the date here, April 23rd till June 30th, right? Crazy numbers for just 2 months, $250,000. There's 200 of those in this little flow chart that I try to make a screenshot. So results to show that you guys, I do, and I've done exactly what I am telling you guys about. So let's get straight into like the actual stuff. And before I get into it, I want to outline this presentation so you understand what you're watching. It's essentially going to come down to 4 critical insight points that I experienced through my entrepreneurship journey of testing all of these business models for you guys so that you don't have to, okay? I spent a lot of money on stuff that just didn't work. Okay, so, and I have 4 points. I'm going to break it down in simple terms for you guys. Okay, so I have a little flow chart, a little presentation for you. Why 99% fail today. Understanding what the term entrepreneur really means and why these online businesses is the hardest path for you to be making money right now. Okay, I'm going to also cover today's market, up-to-date business models that are actually working and not working. Okay, what I did to innovate the way of generating guaranteed cash flow, okay, in an avenue, and then the outcome of this vehicle for not just myself, but others. Okay, so why the first point? It was a massive turning point for me, all right, to understand why a lot of you guys are actually not seeing the success that you want, right? There's a reason for that. It's not just by accident that you guys are watching YouTube videos and just can't get results. It's not by accident. Okay, so I have a massive turning point for me that I'll cover. The reason why I'm covering the ways of generating money today, right? Because a lot of stuff, all right, it's just outdated. It just doesn't work now. And then what I did to innovate the ways of making money, it's potential for a new trending market right now that I want you guys to get insight into. All right, that's why I'm making this video. Now, the outcome of this vertical, it was guaranteed cash flow model backed by results and how you can take advantage. And let me rephrase that. This is a guaranteed cash flow model backed by results and how you can take advantage. So I'm going to give you insight into the market, what's working, what's not, what's failing, why it worked for me, how it can work for others just like yourselves, and how you can take and actually apply this to your guys' businesses. Okay, so let's get straight into it. The reason why you guys are failing, all right, it's because you guys are falling into a pitfall. All right, I'm going to go over those pitfalls here in a second. But on top of understanding those pitfalls, you need to actually understand what the term entrepreneur means and why like starting an online business is what you should just not be doing right now. Okay, so common pitfalls. This was a massive point for me because I was caught in this hamster wheel before, just like you guys. That's probably why you're watching this video right now. All right, I was a deer in headlights and I stayed there way too long because there is just no real help on the internet, right? Unless you pay like $50,000 to like a mentor, right? So the online space is pushing bullshit and telling you to do these bullshit ass business model. I don't know how else to say this. I don't know if I'm gonna get demonetized for it. It doesn't work, all right, resulting in these pitfalls. And I would know because I was lumped into it with you guys, and I did the same stuff and experienced the exact same feeling you guys are experiencing right now on this call, or sorry, on this video. No results, right? So common pitfalls. More than likely, you guys have watched thousands of YouTube videos with no real value, months of strategies that completely waste your time. You've tried them and they don't work, right? And maybe you saw success in a dying vertical. Maybe you made like what, like $1,000, $5,000 a month or something in a dying vertical, and you're stuck now. Or minor opportunities in a competitive marketplace. All right, resulting in, if you watched a lot of YouTube videos, it's resulted more in confusion rather than a game plan. And you're stuck in this hamster wheel of what actually works. You actually don't even know what works. You're probably more confused than you were before going into this, right? Months of time wasted, right? You've wasted months, maybe even years of being in the same spot of saying, oh, I'm going to make money on the internet and I'm going to search through YouTube and find something. Probably where you're at. And then you try them and they don't work because you need upfront capital, 10K plus, just to get this online business off of the ground, maybe to start breaking even, right? And then seeing success in dying vertical, but you don't know how to scale it because nobody taught you real skill sets that allow you to, right? And then the minor opportunities, more than likely this is resulting in you have to compete with a lot of people because you have entry-level knowledge in a commoditized model where where the ones that win are the people that have been in it for years. Like Lambo, I'm not saying some business models don't work, because obviously Lambo Rule, one of the biggest traders ever, right? FX Alex, these guys, William Rivera, right? Toozer, people that are actually have been in the game for years. Samir, I'm gonna go over those people in a second, but you have to compete with people like this with basic entry-level knowledge, and you're just going to lose forever, right? And the reason for that is because real entrepreneurship behind the covers, you need to learn a lot more than what you see on the internet. It's so surface level, right? In entrepreneurship, you got to learn marketing, sales, operation, management, hiring, budgeting ads, client fulfillment, leadership, accounting, and these are just some. These are some skill sets. And the business problems that you're going to run into, which I did, is way more. This is just some of them, right? And they don't teach this stuff on the internet. And I have a little presentation or a little flow chart for you. In the space right now, you only see surface level of what this is, being an entrepreneur. The fact that this is so glorified, entrepreneur making a lot of money, you don't actually see the other tangible things that they did to get there. And there's thousands of them. Okay, it's surface level. This is a perfect diagram of what it actually looks like, right? And if you're an entrepreneur, times that by 3 to 5, depending on how many businesses you start. Because an entrepreneur, you have multiple streams of income, right? So times that by 10, however many businesses you start, right? And this is what I'm gonna cover later in the presentation. But friction, I learned this the hard way. Massive work ethic in the wrong place. I spent way too much time on the wrong things. And this is majority of your guys' situation. This is majority of you guys. And why 99% of you guys fail is you actually don't understand the actual thing that it takes to get the results of these other people because they don't teach it. They say, oh, you can make $1,000 online, $10,000 online by starting dropshipping. You sell products. Surface level. And there's other tangible things that come into that. And that's why you guys aren't seeing results. That's why 99% of you guys fail, okay? And the next one, and the thing that I'm going to cover, right, is you guys need to understand today's market. Most of you guys, you'll just watch a YouTube video and apply surface level stuff, and that's why you're getting surface level answers, because you don't understand the way that the market is moving right now and the business models that are working right now. Okay, so I have here all the business models with good and bad, all right, of everything that these people basically just don't tell you about. Right? And I covered this in my last training about remote closing, and I compared it to every single one of those of these business models that you guys are currently trying and spending so much time on, and it's just pointless. I'll leave it somewhere on the video in the corner or whatever. You can save it for later and go watch this. But I go over basically what they're not telling you on the internet, what you need to do to make these things work, and the downsides of every single one of these business models, okay, especially this agency one. It's tough. So, and I have a great comparison for today's up-to-date marketplace. Okay. And I feel proud of this. So majority of online business models are exactly equivalent to the Hunger Games. I don't know if you guys know what the Hunger Games are, but basically it's a bunch of people with limited resources competing for the same thing, trying to win at the exact same thing, which is money. That's why I put this diagram up here. You're all chasing this one thing, and it's competitive right now. There's a lot of people pushing these business models and saying, go this way, and it's just commoditized. It's competitive. You won't win ever, right? So it's competitive for one. Most, if not all, businesses are competitive, and starting out, you have to outcompete the people with more leverage, more knowledge, and better footing than you. Genuinely. You're not going to beat Lambo Rule, who has decades of experience in trading, even though you're seeing an end result of a decade, and you're just not going to beat him. It's just how it works, right? Majority of businesses are also reliant on trends. This is huge. You guys are relying on trends, and trends are the basis for most, if not all, models, and it's almost dependent. You're dependent on trends to make money, and I personally don't like that. It's like drop shipping. You're testing products and almost hoping that you get lucky. That's usually what these business models are. Trading is like gambling at the highest level, right? You have to study the charts, the markets for years for you to be profitable, right? It just doesn't make sense. And there's four things to this, if I didn't say that in the beginning, but there's too many variables, okay? A lot can dictate whether or not you're going to make money. A lot can dictate the cash flow in your business, like Shopify, platforms. Your products could die out. Competitors can undermine you, etc., etc. And you're a brand new beginner, right? You don't need any more variables than there already is, right? And that's what they're not telling you. But also, the barrier to entry, majority of businesses, they will require upfront cost to truly scale. I don't care what it is. Majority of them will. Unless you're an SMMA, and then we have a bigger problem of doing like 10,000 outreach to sign clients that are churning. It's just not going to work, right? So this isn't something you want to do because there's too many unknown variables that the business owners won't teach you so that they can always beat you. And you're attempting basically at a commoditized vehicle, and you learn zero skills in the process, and you're set up to lose. And I want to pause right here because I don't just say this to say this, because I've literally experienced it. I've gone through every single one of these models. I have tried freelance copywriting. I have tried drop shipping. I've tried Amazon. I have genuinely tried all of the online models that you guys are currently going through right now with the basic level stuff that you guys are learning on the internet. It just doesn't work, right? For a couple of reasons. And that's why in the next slide I have for you guys is what I did that innovated the ways of making money today. Okay. And I say this a lot, but I emphasize it for a reason. I leveraged an upward trend in the fastest stream of money, $10 trillion market right now, growing by $40 billion a year. I leveraged it in another model, in another avenue. Okay. Now, when I say upward trend, keep in mind, I don't mean that you need to rely on this trend to make money. I'm not dependent. You would ride this trend and pair it with an in-demand skill set, which I cover in the next couple of slides here. But let me go over my first ever businesses that I personally started to make my first money. Okay. But I want to emphasize this. It's a trend, but I didn't rely on it to make money. I leveraged it in an avenue where I was guaranteed cash flow. Okay. And that's how I started my first company with Audi. the concierge, right? And my first company was a sales firm that hyper focused in helping businesses, agencies, and coaches scale their offers. Okay, in the education market, right? This is the education market that I'm talking about. The $10 trillion market is the online education space. Right? You've heard it before. People that are running mentorships, high ticket offers, courses, etc., etc. Right? And that's where I based my first company. And that's how I started my first company. Okay, and I helped them scale their offers, and it was a done-for-you service where we would completely handle the whole sales department. We'd place sales infrastructures on top of managing the sales team. It was awful, but we scaled it to 30K a month. Okay, and it was lucrative because there was a demand for this service that we were running with little to no supply, but there was two bottlenecks that me and Audie ended up running into. All right, we ran out of talent to supply the done for you service, closers, etc., like closers and setters. If you don't know what a closer or a setter is, go watch my other A to Z training on this on my YouTube to get some context. All right. If you don't get context and you're brand new to the channel and you're watching this and you're like, yo, AJ, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's probably because you haven't watched the other training. So please, before you watch this one, continue, pause it right now, go watch the other training, and then watch this one to get some context on what I'm talking about. All right. So the two bottlenecks, we ran out of talent, closers and setters to supply to these businesses. All right. And we ran out of good business owners to partner with. Okay. So there was two gaps, and this is why I'm mentioning this for another higher purpose, but the two gaps that we ran into was talent and businesses. And this essentially led me and Audie to basically shutting it down and completely making no money in January to starting our next company, Innovate, which I have a presentation at the end of this YouTube video going over why we started it and how it's going to be lucrative for you guys, way more than 30K a month, like millions, right? So, which I prepped, or which I'm preparing a breakdown for you guys at the end of this video, right? So, talent-wise, and how you guys are going to be taking advantage of this was the in-demand skill set that me and Audie pretty much started out with and what we ran out of. We genuinely ran out of intrapreneurs. And a lot of people, they hear me sling this term around, and in this video, I'm going to explain it to you guys. Intrapreneurship is essentially where you partner with a CEO or a business that already has money and is guaranteed cash flow, and you have a high caliber skill set and a high income skill that these business owners genuinely need. All right. Like remote closing, like appointment setting. Although those are avenues, the high caliber skill set that I'm talking about is sales. You've heard all of these billionaires, and I'll give you examples. Mark Cuban, the number one skill he said he would fall back on is sales. Andrew Tate, number one skill he'd fall back on, sales. Alex Hormozy, sales, right? Ty Lopez, sales. They'd all back down and fall back on this one high income skill because they know it's that valuable. And right now in the marketplace, it is running out. There's not enough people that are genuinely good at sales or remote closing and appointment setting because everybody sucks. All right. So that is the definition. And if you can see in this presentation here, this is just one avenue of intrapreneurship. Intrapreneurship isn't just sales. Intrapreneurship is, like I said, a high caliber skill set. But sales specifically is the one that's in demand. You can see there's other avenues in this presentations, the future presentations that I'm preparing. Okay, but this is the most in demand skill sets right now. Sales. It just is. Okay. Now, this is a big gap, and probably the biggest gap for rich people. And I don't know if you guys know this, but rich people, they also pay better. Okay, so the number one bottleneck right now is talent for business owners. And I'm telling you guys, for context, go watch the other videos. Otherwise, you just won't understand. I've worked with founders in every single mainstream niche when it comes to their offers. And even at the highest levels, the biggest bottleneck is being able to find talent for some reason. All right. Being able to find talent that can actually scale their business in their current state, and especially talent that can excel in the long-term game. All right. So what does that mean? Okay. So as a CEO, and this is why I'm going back at the very top, and that's why I mentioned it. People at the top, they don't understand these other minor things. They just don't, because it's not taught on the internet. And even at the highest levels, it's a gap that you're going to be able to leverage and make money here in a second. I'm going to go over it. But what does this mean? All right. So business ultimately comes down to three different pillars, three different things. All right. It's either going to come down to sales, marketing, fulfillment. This is the basis of every single business you can name. Sales, marketing, fulfillment. That is business. That is what a business is. Marketing generates leads. Sales closes them. They have fulfillment, right? They get what they bought, right? And it's one big flywheel, right? And the gap of talent is because of the other caveat, right? The 100 different things that comes into sales and marketing, the 1,000 things that comes into marketing fulfillment, the 10,000 things that comes into sales and fulfillment that these business owners, most of their time is delegated towards, and they don't actually have time to do the closing, the appointment setting, the front end of the business, which is sales, and it's in demand right now. A lot of people, they know how to attract attention, but they don't know how to monetize, and they don't even know how to sell sometimes. Okay. The business owners and CEOs are putting out 100 different fires, and they don't have the time for everything, right? And entrepreneurs are the backbone of majority of businesses, right? Now, in order for these CEOs to focus on the ROI tasks like marketing and getting more leads, right, and moving the business forward, they have to outsource some of the important things, and will pay you massive amounts for it. That's all me and Audie did to make money originally. That's all we did. We took the important tasks of all of these businesses, and we did it for them specifically on the sales side, because nobody is good at it. Okay. And I'll have another flow chart here for you guys, specifically of the online education space. The market is growing by $4 billion a year. There's more businesses, there's more CEOs, and there's more money, and the demand is skyrocketing. And the talent, they can't keep up. It's scarce. It's a massive opportunity because everybody sucks. Even me, from the concierge, I couldn't even find good talent to place in these businesses. It's hard, right? And this is lucrative for you guys, and why I'm making this presentation. Okay, there's not enough talent, specifically entrepreneurs, people with high-level skill sets, primarily remote closers and appointment setters that are of the high caliber status, people that are actually good and can help these businesses scale. Because not only is it going to generate you thousands, it'll generate the business millions. All right. Now, probably the point that you guys, or the reason why you guys are watching this video, is how can this apply to you? All right. This applies to you by not starting an online business. Please do not start an online business in 2024. All right. Acquire and develop in-demand skill sets like sales. Hop into avenues where people are making a lot of money, like myself, like Audie, and other people I'm going to show in a second, with those skills, aka intrapreneurship. All right. Remote closing, appointment setting. Those are two avenues right now that are in demand that I personally am looking for right now in my company as well. But a lot of companies are looking for remote closers and appointment setters that are actually good, right? And this is way more leveraged than any online business, because you don't even have to start a business at all, because you don't know what running a business actually looks like. There's no upfront capital, which means you don't have to spend $10,000 to get your e-commerce store, your products, to make money. You don't have to do any of that upfront spend. Okay. And you have to just learn one skill, not 10,000 that you're not even ready for. Right? Trust me, I've been there. You don't have to handle any fulfillment, which means you don't have to worry about products getting shipped out, the suppliers, your manufacturers for your clothing brand, or anything like that. Zero fulfillment. Okay. On top of that, you can make 90% more than CEOs. Or sorry, make more than 90% of CEOs and working 10 times less. All right, with these two avenues, remote closing, appointment setting. Please go watch the other training if you haven't yet. All right. Now, who else has this worked for? All right, and this is just also show again people that this is actually working for in real time. All right. Entrepreneur in an e-commerce niche, an education company. Qua, 15K in 10 days. That's 45K a month. That's $500,000 a year. All right. Qua, he's also a founder of his own consulting place. All right. And I have all of these testimonials also in the other training. So please, you can watch that as well. This is just to remind you guys that people are doing this in real time with today's up-to-date market. They're not starting any online businesses. They're not spending $10,000 on an e-commerce store or whatever, and they're relying on TikToks to make money. No, right? They're actually acquiring real skill sets that they can always fall back on. Okay. It's collecting 2.5, right, at 16 hours a day, 15K in 10 days. Cool. And this goes for every single one of these people, which I covered in the video before. Jordan, same thing. He's an entrepreneur in an education company. 10K his first month. I don't really have to show this because I've shown it a lot of times before, so you guys already know. Entrepreneur in a fitness niche, education company, 0 to 10K, $120,000 a year. All niches, all businesses need entrepreneurs. Even in the fitness niche, yes, the fitness niche needs entrepreneurs as well. You'd be surprised. He collected 10K cash remotely in his first month. All right. AI niche. This is interesting. A tech company also needs entrepreneurs. All right. I'm telling you guys, it's the backbone of businesses and it's in demand right now. Before state, and this is what's funny about the past two. Nazar was in trading, outdated business model, making no money, 10K cash his first month with entrepreneurship. Interesting. Marius tried to start his own clothing brand, outdated business model, 10K his first month in entrepreneurship. Interesting. Jordan, in dropshipping, wanted to do e-commerce and a 9-to-5, struggling in his 9-to-5. After state, 10K his first month in entrepreneurship. Another outdated business model. All right, and I have many other results just like this. Aiden as well. All right, 40K in deals his first month. Entrepreneur in a clothing brand niche. Yes. Entrepreneur in an e-com niche right here. Brucey. Bernard in a biz op niche. 0 to 10K first month, $120,000. I have a lot of results. It's a lot. All right, you can go check it out in the other video. But all this to say, if I had lost everything today with both the companies that I've started, here's what I would do to earn back $100,000 profit cash. And it's just two simple steps, right? I would find and acquire an in-demand, high-income skill, real skills that can generate cash flow. Real. Okay? Why? 3 reasons. An avenue that I would pursue is sales, okay, because it is the number one skill to fall back on, and there's 2 roles right now that have massive demand and 0 supply. There's just not people will pay you thousands for these 2 roles: remote closing and appointment setting. All that is to take calls, close deals. Appointment setting, you set appointments via text or phone. You can make money from your phone or texting. Go watch the other training about it for context, right? And then the second thing I would do is partner with a business, a creator, agency, business, whatever, right, that is in need of this talent that you are acquiring, which is 99% of businesses. 99% of businesses need more entrepreneurs, hence the results above, right? Leverage a skill set to generate you thousands and them millions. And this is the benefit as well. You'll gain insight into their business. This is why I believe this is like one of the best avenues for you to be making money, is because starting out, you need to learn as much as possible about real business that isn't just fluff on the internet, right? And if you're an entrepreneur inside a business that's making thousands, you'll gain insight into their business. That is literally what I did to learn more about the game. That's all I did. Just learning from the businesses that I was providing the skill set for and making money for. All right. Which builds you a cash flow model, and then you could invest in other ventures. If you want to get into dropshipping or whatever, you think it could work for you, leverage this cash flow model first to make $100,000 and then go down this avenue. Because then that's profit. Wouldn't that make more sense? Instead of starting out with what you guys have in your bank accounts right now, everyone that's watching this video, it's probably not a lot compared to $100,000 going into a store, right? Trust me, I've tried this. I've tried all of the models. Okay. These are the just 2 steps. It's so simple. 2 foundational steps I would follow in today's marketplace. Today in entrepreneurship. All right. And then I think we're reaching to the close. Yeah. And I have this presentation for you guys. I'll give you a little insight into everything else as well. This is just the first couple trainings I'm going to be putting out on YouTube, but I've been building a lot of stuff. I'll only cover a little bit of it, but that's the reason why I'm starting Innovate. This is where I'm going to cover the second company I started, which was Innovate. To give you guys more context, right now, the demand is way too high for entrepreneurs, people with high income skills, right? There's not enough of both sides. There's not enough talent, specifically entrepreneurs with high level skill sets, primarily remote closers and appointment setters. We need closers and appointment setters. I don't mean to overcomplicate this. We need talent, please, of the high caliber status. And right now, which I ran into in the concierge, which I talked about, was good offers, with the right systems, with the right ecosystem to scale, and solid fulfillment on their offer, right? There's 2, both in demand. Talent, businesses. There needs to be good talent right now, there's in demand for talent right now, and there's in demand for good businesses. Both. 2 massive gaps that you could be taking advantage of right now. And that's exactly why I started both, or I guess what I started Innovate, and the reason why I started Concierge in the first place. All right, and I'll preview this in a second. But in Innovate, I am looking to recruit as well. Like all of you guys that are watching this, I would hire you in my business right now if you were good. I will do it. If you are good, I would hire you in my business today. Like after you watch this YouTube video, please text me because I manage a lot of offers and I work with a lot of people that need talent. I would hire you straight up if you're good, right? I want the highest caliber talent in multiple verticals with entrepreneurship skill set, building the largest community with the most value. All right. That's the reason why I started with Innovate. Because remember, back to I was talking about in the presentation, the 2 bottlenecks that I ran into in the concierge is one of them was I ran out of talent. I ran out of really, really, really good people, remote closers and appointment setters that could be making tens of thousands of dollars. I like if you want to make $10,000 plus after this video, there's going to be a link in the description to reach out to my team, but I would hire you. You could make multiple 6 figures a year. All right. And then the second was the best offers, right? Or sorry. What we're bringing to Innovate is the best offers, which we've helped so many, and we want to partner with real business owners as well. So if you're a business owner watching this and you have an offer that is amazing, that does very, very, very well, also reach out to me because I'd be down to also put you on this platform. I can go over the benefits of that later. But essentially, what I want to do is have the best partners, the best talent in the game, and also the best opportunities, right? Solving both of the bottlenecks that me and Audie started out. Okay. And the best hub for everyone on planet Earth. Okay. So that's why, and I'll preview this for a second. I started this platform, Innovate. All right. And the people that need talent. Everyone that you see on this platform needs talent and is willing to pay you thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Ridiculous amounts of money online. That no online business, you won't get it in any other online business. Drop shipping, I don't care what it is, nothing. All right. All these people make a lot of money. Toozer is willing to, Toozer needs entrepreneurs. Brandon now. Ecom Niche needs entrepreneurs. Eamon Arab, content agency offer, needs entrepreneurs. Ty Frankel, growth partner or growth operator, what you guys like to say nowadays, needs entrepreneurs. PB Investing, trading offer, needs entrepreneurs, needs talent in his business. Jake Shuzanani, VRA marketing agency, needs talent in his business. Kenneth Corbin, right, a media/marketing offer, needs talent in his business. And I can go forever. This guy, Splash, very, very good friends with my business partner, and like Jordan Welsh and like OG Entrepreneurs, needs entrepreneurs. Samir, also in the ecom niche, needs entrepreneurs. Tech company, needs entrepreneurs. There's a lot of people on this platform that you guys could be making a lot of money with. All right, and that pretty much concludes this presentation. All right, and if there's two things that I could say to you right here, go back, find and acquire a high income skill set. It's been a long day. 2, partner up with businesses, creators, and agencies, whatever, that need this talent. All right, which is 99% of the business, which is very, very, very lucrative. Okay, so if you've made it this far in the video and you want to get into this and you want to make money, that is guaranteed, like a lot of my students have, and me and Audie as well. There's going to be a link in this video, all right, to book a call with my team and to collect a free, pretty much value thing that has 3 hours, 4 hours plus of a bunch of free value that you guys can go and just watch. Because I know one of the biggest things for me was there's just not good stuff on the internet. All right. So if you're looking to get into this and you're tired of being in that flywheel that I know you guys are, or sorry, this hamster wheel of just constant YouTube videos, hoping that something's going to hit and nothing does. And then when you try something, it doesn't work because you find out that it costs thousands of dollars. If that is you, reach out to my team and book a free clarity. It's a free clarity call with my team to see if we can even help you out. All right, go book that and then get the free resource guide. Okay, but I'll see you guys in the next one.